My name is Marie Nava, and I'm participating in the Quay County Health Council's Healthy Eating, Active Living Farmers Market Recipe Program. And I thought I'd bring today healthy snacks that kids will eat. And I used these with my children when they were growing up because they were always hungry, and I always needed to find something for them to eat between meals. So my first one will be just a regular old carrot. And I already have peeled the carrot. And we'll go ahead and just slice the carrot into little pieces, because little pieces meant little fingers and hands could eat them really easily. And these could be served with ranch dressing or hummus, and they can also be eaten just plain. But I found that if you just slice them up real small, it was really easy for them to eat. And it's really good for crunching teeth. And this year at the market, there may be carrots. We're hoping so. I thought I would just bring out my little bowl here and just put in some of the carrots. And my kids especially like to go to Grandma's house and eat fresh carrots out of the garden. And then the next one is celery. And celery is good by itself, but it's also good with peanut butter and raisins, and we would call it ants on a log. And they're real easy too, and the kids would just gobble those up. So I brought some peanut butter today, and I'll just spread the peanut butter on the celery. And celery is planning to be showing up at the market also this year. So I think that's the first for our market that we'll have celery. I'll just do a couple of those, and then I would put raisins on it. And we'll just put a couple of raisins on the peanut butter, and we used to call those ants on the log. And they're easy to make and don't take a lot of ingredients or time. And my kids used to love them. And then I'll take an apple, and we'll just slice up the apple and take its insides out. And last year was a pretty good year here for apples. So there were a lot of apples that people had on their trees. And it makes a wonderful snack. And of course, an apple is always good all by itself. But it's very good with a dip that we'll make with peanut butter and honey. So I'll just put these over here. And then I would just slice them up pretty thin. And my kids used to love apples with peanut butter and honey. And I'm just going to put a little bit of peanut butter and a little bit of honey. And it's about half and half, or however sweet or peanut butter you want it to be. I brought some honey here. There's also an interest in bees, having beehives in our area. So I'm hoping that people will get their beehives going, and maybe we'll have local honey someday. That'd be pretty cool. This is just a little dip to go with the apples. And then we also like to have them eat bananas. And we found that if you just take a banana and you just cut it into little slices, just leave the peel on. And then what we would do is we would just take that little peel and make a little cut in it. And my kids used to like these too. And they're fun to eat because you just peel them off and then you just eat them like that. So we'll put those in our little basket here, or little bowl. And then we used to eat a lot of oranges. And our trick, we could peel these really easy and eat them like with segments. But we also found that if we would just cut them, let me use this other serrated knife, if we'll just cut them into wedges, and the little triangles, they're really easy just to peel off that way. And for some reason, they're a little sweeter. And I think it's because you'll end up with more of the segments that they're kind of mixed together, but they come off really easy. And they're really fun to eat that way. And then we also have boiled eggs. So you'll find eggs at the market also. So I've already boiled an egg. So we'll just go ahead and cut it in half. And a boiled egg with salt and pepper on it is really delicious. And it's a good, healthy snack. And I know they're really expensive right now, but people have chickens here, and they have eggs, and they're likely to show up at the market. And my last one would be crackers and cheese. So I brought a thing of cheese here, so we'll just cut some pieces of that off. And this might be the least healthy of all those snacks, but it's still a pretty good snack. And depending upon what kind of crackers and what kind of cheese you get. So that ends up being a really nice little snack. So thank you. Please visit the Tucumcari Farmers Market this year. For sure, there should be celery and carrots and eggs there. And who knows what else. So come on and join our community with producing good local food. Thank you.